Guys, hi. Today we're going to talk about sports. Today we're going to talk about fans, and we're going to talk about really angry fans. Why some of us can react very calmly to the loss of our team, and others go into a rage. A rage that results in them getting on different forums, YouTube videos, and just lashing out at the world, at their team, and whoever will listen. All right? So I'm going to kind of talk about why some people take it so close to heart when their team doesn't perform as they wanted to. So in the nutshell, if I were to just kind of summarize it and say it, it would be because it reinforces the belief in that person, that subconscious belief that they're a loser. Okay? So obviously nobody's gonna accept or consider the fact that they're a loser consciously. You have to be very self-aware and very brutally honest with yourself to accept in some moments what you say, God damn it, I feel like a loser right now. And that's great because you can, once you say it, you acknowledge it, you can accept it and say, I believe that about myself, and then that helps you to kind of get out of that state. Other people who don't have that self-awareness, who don't have that self-brutal honesty with themselves, would never admit to themselves that they're a loser. But deep down in their subconscious, there is a belief, there's a critic in them that says, you are a loser. And the way that critic speaks, is very loud. And what's that loser based on? It's based on your everyday life. So maybe you are in a job that you hate. Maybe you're not making as much money as you think you deserve or are worth or you should. Maybe you're living in a city that you can't stand. Maybe you're living in an apartment or house or wherever you are that you don't like. Maybe you're in a relationship that you're not happy in. So there's all these things in your life that are sitting there. It could be that all areas of the life are like that, or maybe just one of them is really painful. So in a way, you are feeling yourself subconsciously, I'm a loser. I'm a loser. God damn it, I'm a loser. Why am I a loser? Because I don't have the money that I want. I don't have the man or the woman that I want. I don't have the house that I want. I'm a loser. I'm a fucking loser. And it's very painful to accept that. So what do? We divert our attention to something else, some kind of entertainment, because after a while, that critic inside of you, that voice within you is so loud that you kind of got to get away from it. So we use different tools. I speak about those tools a lot in my videos, like, alcohol, drugs, and entertainment is another one. Sports is another one of them. So we say, fuck it, my life sucks. I'm not happy, but let me go watch some football. So you pick a team, you rally behind a team, you buy the gear, you get all excited, you watch them. And let's say the team that you picked is not having the best of season. And let's say that happens every season. And let's say it's been years since that team that you picked has produced any kind of good results. So what's happening is every time that team loses, it's a reinforcement to you. It's like a proof again from the outside that you're a loser. Why? Because you're such a loser, you can't even pick a winning team. I mean, how hard is that? Pick a fucking team who wins. Why can't you pick a team who wins? Why, even when picking a team, just to watch a fun football game or baseball game or whatever sport you're into, why can't you make a decision, a right decision for once in your life? That's what's happening here. The critic inside is like, you're a fucking loser. You're a loser in your work. You're a loser in your relationship. You're just nothing. And look, you can't even pick a winning team. So the person who's on the receiving end of that critic gets so angry. There's so much anger pent up there because those emotions, the emotional reaction is a response to that belief, that unconscious belief that you're no good, you're a loser. So look, even your team is a loser, okay? So there's emotional response that happens, that strong rage that you get, that some of you get when your team loses, is a result of that, because it's so hard for you to hold this critic, listen to it, that after a while you're like, God damn it. So what happened is you go and you lash out. You go to a YouTube video, you find one of your buddies who's also very critical of that team, and you go on there and you watch him, and in the comments you're like, fuck yeah, they suck, they fucking suck, they can't do it, they're worthless, they're losers, fire the coach, fire the offensive coordinator, fire everybody. They're losers. They don't know how to do it. They don't fucking know how to win games. They're no good. So that's how you get it out. You get that pain out. And you can apply this to every area of your life. If somebody is miserable in their daily life, in their everyday manifestations of life, they will need an outlet. So that outlet will be Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, where they go in, Instagram maybe. That's why when you see these haters, if you look at it compassionately, if you look at it from like a higher point of view, and you look at it and say they're just so tired of their own hate that they have for themselves, that they have to get it out. They literally have to get it out in order to stay alive. Otherwise it would destroy them. So it's a self-protective mechanism. So once you accept it as that, then you're not going to get as triggered by them. You're just going to be like, all right, guy had a hard time, guy has had a hard day, has had a hard life. So you kind of become understanding in a way. No, it's not pleasant when they lash out on you. It's not pleasant when they come in and they diarrhea over your content. But it's a way for them to like self-preserve themselves. It's a way for them to keep from destructing. So the interesting part is that these people, of course, we're giving them a whole pass, and we're saying, all right, buddy, you're having a hard day, you're having a hard time, get it out, make yourself feel better. But a lot of them get so used to that, they get used to that crutch of like, they got angry here, they came out here, on a comment or a forum or some kind of discussion or somewhere where they just, under a fake name of like SpongeBob 57 or whatever, name they pick, they hide behind that because it's safer, okay? Because in a sense, they're cowards, all right? No, we're going really deep here, because first we started out with like fans and sports, and then now we're like, all right. So in a sense, they're cowards. They're afraid. We're all cowards. Their cowardice lies in the idea that in their daily life, there's ways that they can be, there's steps that they can take, there's moves that they can make in order to change their lives. In their work, in their relationship, everywhere. They can make those moves that will change their lives. But they're afraid. We are afraid to make those moves. We're afraid to get out of a relationship that we no longer want to be in. We're afraid to go to our boss and tell him that I don't want to do this anymore. I'm doing way too much. I deserve more money. We're afraid to do that. We're afraid to say no to our parents because of the guilt. We're afraid to, we're afraid to do something different, to change our lives, all right? And that's the cowardice. The cowardice is that in my regular life, I'm afraid to go up to my boss and tell him what I think. But on YouTube, under SpongeBob 57, I'm not afraid. I say whatever I think, I get it out, and that's it, and nothing changes. Because tomorrow, SpongeBob 57 gets angry again at something that happened at work or with his wife or with his kids or whatever. And it can be a man or a woman, guys, all right? He comes on to his favorite platform, which is Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube. Oh, YouTube is a perfect dumping ground for negative emotions. Perfect. So yeah, so that's what's happening. So and the fear that they have is so paralyzing, and after a while the crutches get so comfortable, where I don't have to change anything here. I don't have to change anything here. I can just come here and tell them what I think, get it out of me. And the irony is that when they're looking at the team that sucks, that's been losing, whatnot, they're very quick to tell you what's wrong with that team. They're very quick to tell you who needs to be fired, who's making the wrong calls, why this running back sucks, why this guy is not, is on the bench and is not playing. Wrong decisions everywhere. They're so quick to come in and tell you what's wrong with this team and what needs to be done right. But in their own life, they won't do that. They won't look in the mirror and say, hey, you need to make these moves. And if somebody came in and told them, SpongeBob, you want to be happier? Go this, do this. Fire this, do this, step up here, speak up here, shut up here, all these things. And if somebody told them that, they'll be like, fuck off. I don't need your advice. I know what I'm doing. Okay? So you see what's happening. It's in a way, it's like you can't be mad at them because you understand the cycle. Once you understand what's happening, you can't really get mad at those people. You can't really get mad at the trolls. You can't get mad because you understand what's happening underneath it all. So then, when they come to on YouTube to talk about their team, they're very good at saying what needs to be done. But in their own lives, they're cowards. They won't do it. Same goes for video games. Men are very brave, badasses, slaying dragons, performing special ops, doing reconnaissance, taking out the bad guys on their video games. But in real life, they're not. They're afraid. And the irony is that the same skills that you are using in that video game, the same strategy, because it takes strategy, okay? Unless you're playing Candy Crush, but I think even there's a strategy. I don't know. But in a video game, there is strategy that's required. So the same skills that you're using there, you can use them in your real life. But in real life, you are afraid. In a video game, when you're done with a level or when you die, okay, I have another life or I can start this over. But in real life, we're paralyzed. We're afraid to do this. We're afraid to start over. We're afraid to one life to end and for another one to begin. That's the irony, all right? That's why guys play video games, because in those video games, they get to be brave. They get to be superheroes. And in real life, they don't. But they have those skills to be superhero, to be badasses, to do special ops in real life. But you're afraid, guys. You're afraid to do that. You're afraid to find out what kind of men are living within you. What kind of power you have within you. So I would say be aware of that. Be very honest with yourself. Say, I'm scared. I'm scared to do this. I'm scared to make a step. I'm scared to call the woman that I love. Tell her I love her. I'm scared of this. I'm scared to take a chance. I'm scared. So what happens is we all become couch potatoes, couch philosophers, couch analysts, couch commentators. And all the energy is going into that couch, stinking it up. Okay? That's what's happening. And what else? What else could be said here? And it's interesting because if you take these people, these angry fans, and you tell them, hey, you could really do this, and this, specific steps and your life will change. They won't do them because it's much more comfortable to be in that state of anger, bitterness, disappointment. It's much easier to be in that loser state, even though it's an unpleasant state. But you've done it so many times that it becomes a comfort zone. So if I were to give you the life that you want, you would feel so out of bounds. Your nervous system would go nuts because you would be like, I don't know how to be in a place where everything is good, where I have what I want, where I have the money I want, the woman I want, the car I want, the job I want, the man I want, the apartment or house that I want. So that's why subconsciously these people will pick out loser teams, will pick out loser projects so that they can reinforce to themselves, these fuckers suck. And in a way they're reinforcing to themselves, I'm a loser. I'm a fucking loser. Okay? They'll never admit that, but that's what's happening because you can never run away from yourself, guys. You can never run away from yourself. You will always, no matter what you do, no matter what you're exposed to, no matter what you interact with, you will always be brought back to yourself. So in a way, your subconscious is like picking a losing team to bring it back to you, to show you, buddy, it's not them, it's you. You need to do the work. You need to see who you're going to fire on your coaching staff. You need to see what you're going to do, what kind of moves, what kind of calls you're going to do. You know, are you going to go for it on 4th down, or are you going to chicken out and do a field goal? Stuff like that. So that's what's happening. And then, because they're so comfortable sitting in this state of like losership, you know, you can always switch. You can always say, okay, let's say the Jets haven't produced anything for a long time. Fuck it, let me pick another team. Let me take somebody. Let me take Miami, who has a badass coach. Mike McDaniel, you're awesome. Let me change. No, they won't change, because they're much more comfortable sitting in this diarrhea pool of just like bitterness, anger. Because if I go to a winning team, what am I going to complain about? And you won't even notice. If, let's say, this loser team, once in a while it wins, even then, that happiness lasts a very short moment. And after a while, that bitterness sets in and you're like, yeah, we won, but so what? We're not going to make the playoffs. Yeah, we just got lucky. Yeah, you know what? We got lucky because their quarterback got hurt. And yeah, we still suck. So you see what I'm saying? So you over and over and over, you reinforce that idea. You're holding on to your shittiness. You're sitting in that dirty diaper, and you don't want to change it because it feels so comfortable. Even though it stinks, it's uncomfortable, but it is comfortable for your nervous system. Okay? If I were to give you a clean diaper, you wouldn't know what to do with it. You probably shit into it again to get yourself comfortable. All right, guys? So if you're seeing yourself in what I'm saying, get honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. Look at your life. Don't escape your life. Look at and see where you could make these little changes. They don't have to be big. They can be little. Get tired once and for all of putting your hand in a hot pot and saying, I fucking hate it. It hurts. I'm miserable, but I'm going to keep doing that because that's all I know. I'm going to be putting my hands in that hot pot. Okay? Yeah, that's it. Actually, there's one more thing that I was going to say that could work. Road rage. I thought about that. Why people want to drive fast, like on regular roads? Because they can't drive fast in their lives. Okay? On the road, they want to go fast. They want to go fast and they get upset if there's somebody cut in front of them, whatnot. But in real life, they won't allow themselves to go fast. And by fast, I mean take opportunities, do something different, get out of the funk, change your the way you do your day, the things you do every day, the stuff you watch, the stuff you eat, the where you walk, take a different path. Go fast there. If you were to go fast in your life, making changes in all these areas that you're not happy with, making changes about yourself, then you won't need to go fast and be reckless in that way on the road. Okay, you won't have road rage because you're calm, and you're calm because everything in your life is flowing nicely and smoothly because you're making the changes that need to be made. But if you're stagnating, that energy of yours, because every day when you guys wake up, you get energy. Your battery is full to go do something. And what you do with that energy is up to you. And what you do with that energy is going to determine how you feel. If you put that energy into constructive things, investing in yourself, doing things about your life, about your whatever you need to change about yourself, whatever you don't like about yourself, valid things, not that you're getting old and your hair is turning gray or whatever, but just let's say something to do with your weight, something to do with the way you respond, something to do with your anger, something to do with your shyness, something to do with your inability to listen when people talk. Little things like that, you know, to start changing them, and you'll start feeling better about yourself, and you won't have that much anger, because that anger is being used constructively. That energy that you get every day is being used. If you're not using it constructively in your everyday life, you're a maniac on the road, and you're getting road rage, and you're fighting with people because they're all getting on your nerves, because that energy of yours needs an outlet. And on the road driving, it's not the best outlet. It is an outlet in a way, but it's not the best one, because you're going to see, you know, there's going to be obstacles and you're going to be frustrated. So, all right, guys, that's it. That's all I'm going to say about this topic. And I see you next time. Bye.